Okay, let's get into your reading, Aquarius. You are so lucky. Okay, I'm not joking. When this happens for you, you will realize, okay, I am telling you, in 1 hour, you are going to see a sign that will basically seal in that everything I have told you in this reading is happening for you. And I mean that fully, loves. A miracle, not just a nice coincidence. The kind of thing that actually shifts the trajectory of your whole week or month once it lands. I want you to know that there is a miracle coming to you in 1 hour. Okay, in 1 hour, you are going to be so lucky and so blessed. Okay, I am telling you that everything that you want in your life is going to start manifesting. You are going to see a beautiful butterfly. A beautiful butterfly. And I want you to notice how specific this description is, loves, a real one, a print, an image, even just a spoken mention. The universe is not limiting itself to one narrow form here. It is giving itself every possible way to make sure this sign actually reaches you. Okay, it could be any color butterfly, but here we have these butterflies. You are going to see a sign, which is a butterfly, and you're going to see it in 1 hour. Now, it can be a real butterfly, a real life one. It could be a butterfly print. It could be, you're watching something and you see a butterfly, or you open a magazine and you see an image of a butterfly, or someone's talking about a butterfly, but there will be a reference to a butterfly or butterfly wings, for example, within 1 hour, okay? You will see a butterfly. You will see a butterfly. And I'm telling you, this here just goes to show that there is growth and transformation in your life. You're not going to stay stuck in your life, and nothing will ever be the same. It will only be better. And I want you to notice something about how specific this is, loves, before we go any further into the cards. Most readings speak in vague terms. Soon, eventually, someday. This one is giving you an actual number, 1 hour. That specificity alone tells you how strongly this energy came through tonight. And I want you to actually feel that, loves, before we move any further. A full hour, not a someday, not a maybe. The universe rarely hands out a window this specific, and it's handing you one right now. I want you to comment down below. Nothing will ever be the same. It will only be better. I want you to like this reading, and I want you to subscribe, because I'm telling you, the energy of this reading is so powerful that if you claim this, it is yours. And let me tell you, you will start to notice miracles happening in your day-to-day life. And I want you to notice something small right now, loves, before we even get further into this reading. Notice how your body feels as you hear these words. A little lighter, maybe. A little more awake than you were a few minutes ago. That shift, small as it is the very beginning of everything this reading is describing. And I want to add one more thing here, loves, because messages like that matter. Real people, real results sent back to me after readings just like this one. This isn't a one-time fluke happening for a lucky few. It's a genuine pattern I've watched repeat itself again and again for years. You will start to notice that even 1 hour from now, miracles start to happen. Things start to open up for you, because I'm telling you, people that have subscribed to my channel, they've sent messages and they're like, oh my God, Moonveil, this happened for me. Oh my God, like that happened for me. And I'm telling you, just watch what happens. And I want to say one more thing before we move into the 6 of Cups, loves, because I want you to feel settled before we go any deeper into this reading. Whatever anxious energy brought you here tonight, whatever question you were quietly hoping to have answered, you are about to have it answered in more detail than you expected. The 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is so powerful. The 6 of Cups here really does resemble and represent such an energy of power, of confidence, of luck. And I want to sit with the 6 of Cups a little longer, loves, because this card carries such a gentle, nostalgic energy underneath the luck. It often represents a return to innocence, to the version of you before the world taught you to guard yourself so tightly. That openness you're being asked to step back into is exactly what's about to draw all of this toward you. You are going to find that people start to approach you in a way where, these are people that you would want to have approach you. So this is opportunities with work and finances. There's friendships that are developing, but also, there's romantic progression as well. There's a romantic sense of energy towards you, especially if you're open romantically and you're not already settled down. There's a beautiful energy here of a romantic progression. And also, you've been through so much trauma in the past and so much difficulty. And I want to be gentle with this comparison, loves, because I know that lonely, dark season was genuinely hard to live through, not just a metaphor to move past quickly. Whatever you carried through that darkness, you carried it. And that alone deserves real acknowledgement because, let's be honest, a caterpillar goes into a cocoon. It's lonely, it's dark, it emerges as a butterfly. Okay, you have felt like a caterpillar in a cocoon. It's lonely, it's dark. And I want to honor that specific uncertainty, loves, because not knowing who to trust is one of the loneliest feelings there is. It makes you second guess your own read on people, your own instincts, even your own sense of what's real. That season is closing right along with everything else this reading has already named. Sometimes you don't know who to trust. You don't know where things are going. But let me tell you something. You are emerging as a butterfly. The butterfly is extremely symbolic, and I want to sit with that image a little longer, loves, because a cocoon isn't just a resting place. Inside it, the caterpillar actually dissolves completely, breaks all the way down before it becomes anything new at all. Whatever you've been through, whatever felt like falling apart, was never actually falling apart. It was the exact process required to become what's coming next. And I want to explain why I keep emphasizing the timeline here. Loves, months from now, years from now. Because most of what feels urgent in the moment fades quickly from memory. This reading is different. The specificity of it, the number, the sign, is designed to stay with you long after the hour itself has passed. You will remember this reading months from now. You will remember this reading years from now. And I want to explain why this particular reading is designed to stick with you, loves, rather than blend into the dozens of others you might have watched before. It's the specificity. A number, a sign, an hour. Specific things anchor themselves in memory in a way vague promises simply never do. I'm telling you, save this reading. Okay, save this reading. Bookmark it, like it, save it. Okay, I'm telling you, save the reading because you will come looking for this reading months from now. And obviously, I post a lot of readings, right? But I'm telling you, this one is special. This one is special. And I don't think I've ever said that in a reading. And I want you to really understand the weight of that, loves, because thousands of videos is not a small number. Across all of that content, every single reading. Tonight is the first time this specific phrase has ever been said. That alone should tell you something. You can go back and watch all my readings. I've never actually said in a reading, but this one is special. No. This is the first time in thousands of videos that I have said, but this one is special. I'm not joking. You can go, if you've been watching my channel for the last 2-3 years, 1 year, 2 weeks, 2 days, you'll know that I have not said that, okay? But I'm telling you, this reading is special. It is special, and I want you to actually feel the weight of that, loves, because I don't say things like that lightly. And I know how many readings I've done. There was something different about tonight before I even turned a single card, and it's showing up in absolutely everything I'm pulling for you. The Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands here just goes to show everything's working out for you. Everything's progressing for you. And I want to say that word again, love's progressing because it matters. Not stuck, not stagnant, genuinely moving forward. In real tangible ways, you will actually be able to notice. And I want to name what this feeling of being complimented actually represents. Love's beyond just the surface compliments themselves. It's the universe rewarding you for finally letting your own light show without shrinking it first. You've probably spent real time making yourself smaller in rooms, softer, quieter, less visible. That season is closing right along with everything else this reading has already named. You're going to start to notice people come towards you. You're going to start to notice people complimenting you on your outfit, your style, your skin, your nails, your hair, your beauty, your complexion, the way that you are. Where did you get this from? I really like this. Would you like to hang out? Something. There's this energy here of genuinely just being appreciated for what you bring to the table and being seen and feeling heard and feeling not overlooked. Okay, and that is the most beautiful energy. And I want to say something about feeling not overlooked, loves, because that phrase carries real weight for so many of you. Being overlooked isn't just about romance or attention. It's about years of quietly wondering if your presence in a room even registered at all. This reading is confirming plainly that it always did. People are simply catching up to noticing it out loud now. And I want to add one more piece here, loves, because fiery energy paired with creativity is a very specific combination. It's not idle daydreaming. It's the kind of spark that actually moves into action, that turns an idea sitting quietly in your head into something real, something built. There's fiery energy. There's creativity. I just feel like you're going to have this creativity to start something new, whether it's a business or a project. There's something here that you're going to feel really inspired to start and to do. And it's exciting. And I want to name why that inspiration is arriving right now, loves, because the Ace of Wands only lights up when the ground beneath it is finally ready. You weren't ready for this idea a year ago, or even a few months ago. You are ready now. And that timing was never accidental. The King of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is really about stability and security. You are going to live a very fulfilling life. You're going to be very, very wealthy. You're going to have a lot of money. You're going to have a lot of success. You are not going to be poor in this lifetime by any stretch of the imagination. You're going to have so much wealth, so much success, so much money. And I want you to release any guilt around hearing that, loves, because some of you were taught that wanting wealth openly is somehow shameful. It isn't. Wanting to be provided for, wanting real financial peace is one of the most human things there is. And I want to be clear about what this wealth actually looks like in practice, loves, because it's not a single lucky windfall that vanishes as quickly as it arrived. The King of Pentacles represents wealth built on solid ground, steady, patient, the kind that compounds instead of disappearing. This is generational, lasting stability, not a fleeting stroke of luck. You are going to be extremely, extremely wealthy, and you are going to sit with a lot of money and feel confident. Not only that, but your partner is also going to have a lot of money and a lot of stability, because look what we have here. Match made in heaven. And I want to speak directly to this line, loves, because so many of you have quietly worried about exactly this, whether you were somehow destined to end up alone. The cards are answering that fear plainly and directly tonight. You are not. That fear was never a prophecy. It was just fear. You are not destined to be alone in this lifetime. You will have a partner that is someone that respects and has very similar values and goals and is just really like to your level. And I want to add one small thing here, loves, because respect is the word doing the most work in that sentence. Not tolerance, not settling, genuine active respect. The kind that shows up in how they actually treat you day after day, okay, to your level. Like respect-wise, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, financially, romantically to your level. This is someone who brings a lot to the table as well. And I want you to sit with the word level for a second, loves, because it isn't about status or money alone. It's about someone who genuinely meets you in every dimension that matters, not just the ones that are easy to show off. The ones that matter behind closed doors, in quiet, ordinary moments, not just in public. And I want you to really hear that phrase, to your level, loves, because so many of you have spent time shrinking to match people who couldn't meet you fully. That season is closing. The person coming is not someone you have to accommodate downward for. They meet you exactly where you already stand. And I just really see here more butterflies. What did I say in the beginning? It could be any color butterfly. Look at how many colorful butterflies we have. We have green. We have green. We have pink. We have more pink. We have yellow. We have blue. I told you it could be any color butterfly. Okay, any color. You will see a butterfly within 1 hour, and it is signaling that your life is never going to be the same because it's only going to get better. And I want to name every single one of those feelings individually, loves, because each one deserves to be acknowledged rather than rushed past. Lost, overwhelmed, frustrated, challenged, betrayed, sad, traumatized. Every single one of those was real, and every single one of those is closing now. And let me tell you, if you have been feeling lost, overwhelmed, frustrated, challenged, betrayed, sad, and traumatized, things are only getting better. Rabbits. And I want to expand on why fertility shows up here specifically, loves. Because it isn't only about literal children, though it can absolutely mean that too. Fertility in the fullest sense means anything you plant now has real conditions to grow in. Ideas, businesses, relationships, whatever seed you've been quietly holding on to, the soil beneath you is finally ready. We have here rabbits. This signifies like fertility in terms of like if you want to have your own family, if you want to create a business, if you want to create success. And I want to be gentle here, loves, because fertility as a word can bring up complicated feelings for some of you, depending on where you are in your own journey. Whatever this word stirs in you, receive only the part of it that applies to your own life right now, and let the rest simply pass by without needing to take on more than that. And I want to be plain about this, loves, because I know some of you have been waiting a long time for this exact confirmation. Whatever new chapter you've been quietly hoping for, it is not a maybe anymore. It is here. If you want to, have something new in your life, you want to go through a complete transformation, it is here. It is literally here, and it is working out for you. I want you to claim this. Okay, claim. Because the thing is, when you are claiming energy, you are telling the universe, yes, please, universe, I want this. This is mine. And I want to explain that phrase. Thank you for being specific, loves, because it matters more than it might sound at first. Vague wishes are hard for the universe to work with. A specific claim, a specific number, a specific sign gives it something concrete to actually build toward, and the universe will be like, working on it. I'm working on it. Thank you for being specific. I'm working on it. I'm telling you, claim this reading. Like, comment down below and make sure that you're subscribed. Also, send this to someone else, okay? Copy and paste and send this reading to someone else, because I'm telling you, when you send this to someone else, And I want you to think about who comes to mind right now, loves. As I say, send this reading to someone else. Whoever crossed your mind in that moment, that's not random either. That's exactly who this reading wants to reach through you. Not only are they going to go through amazing transformations in their life, but because you are sharing good energy, you are going to get tenfold more energetically, tenfold more in terms of abundance. I'm not even joking. And I want to be honest about why sharing matters this much, loves. Because some readings ask you to share purely for the sake of growing a channel. This is different. Energy genuinely multiplies when it's given away freely. Think of it like a candle lighting another candle. The first flame doesn't dim at all. It simply creates more light in the room. Share this with someone else. You'll be shocked, but when it happens, you will understand. And I want to explain why sharing amplifies this, loves, because generosity and abundance run on the exact same current. The moment you pass this energy forward instead of hoarding it for yourself, you widen the channel it flows through. More comes back to you simply because more had room to move. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm telling you, the Knight of Cups here shows so much abundance, so much satisfaction, so much fulfillment. And I want to sit with fulfillment for a moment, loves, because it's a word that gets used often without being fully explained. Fulfillment isn't the absence of struggle. It's the presence of purpose underneath everything you do, even the hard days. The Knight of Cups is showing that purpose is arriving alongside the joy, not separately from it. Your life is never going to be the same. You are just moving towards more and more happiness, more and more joy. If you feel overwhelmed right now, don't worry. That butterfly is serving as a reminder. That butterfly is a sign that your life, okay, you may feel like a caterpillar right now. That's okay. That's okay. And I want you to really believe that, loves, not just hear it as a nice phrase. There has never once in the history of caterpillars been one that stayed a caterpillar forever. The transformation is not optional. It is simply a matter of time. That caterpillar always turns into a butterfly. You are going in that direction. Don't forget who you are. You're a strong, powerful butterfly. Okay, I mean, you are a human, but we're talking in the spiritual sense here of what this symbolizes. The Ace of Swords, okay? So we have here the Ace of Swords, right? And I want to name why the Ace of Swords carries this much weight here, loves, because swords represent truth and clarity above everything else. This isn't a vague, hopeful kind of victory. It's a clean, undeniable one. The kind that arrives with proof attached to it, not just a feeling. So I'm telling you, there's so much victory, there's so much success, there's so much that is progressing for you. And I want to pause on this detail, loves, because I almost didn't mention it and then it kept showing up too clearly to ignore. The numbers themselves are speaking alongside the cards, which happens far less often than you'd think. By the way, if you see also 1111 a lot, like you see the number 1 a lot, because look what we have here, right? We have aces. Aces are number 1. So this technically is 11. And I want to emphasize highest good, specifically, loves, because it's not just about getting what you asked for. It's about receiving something even better than what you knew to ask for in the first place. The universe often exceeds the request, not just meets it. If you see 1111 a lot, it is basically such a powerful sign that your manifestations, your goals, and your dreams and your destiny is aligning towards your highest good and what you've always wanted. And I want you to picture that direction clearly, loves, not as some far off destination years away, but as a road you are already standing on right now. Every card in this spread has confirmed the same direction. There is no fork here, no uncertainty about which way things are heading. You are literally going in the direction of having everything that you have always wanted, and you will not be left without this in this lifetime. You will be able to have everything that you want and more in this lifetime. You will have success, and I want you to actually hear each of these loves, not just let them blur past as one long list. Success, money, wealth, love, peace, sleep, health. Every single piece of a genuinely full life, named individually, on purpose. You will have money, you will have wealth, you will have love, you will have peace, you will have good sleep, you will have good health. And I want to sit with that question for a moment, loves, even though it's really not a question at all. Why won't you have all of this? There is no real reason. The only thing that ever stood between you and this abundance was believing it wasn't meant for you. Why won't you? Okay, because you will. And I want to explain the number one a little more, loves, because it isn't just about aces in this specific spread. One is the number of new beginnings, of raw, unshaped potential just starting to take form. Seeing it repeatedly means beginnings are actively stacking up around you right now, one after another. And so if you see ones a lot, it is basically signaling that you will not be left without this kind of abundance in this lifetime. And I want to add one more layer to the caterpillar and butterfly image, loves, because I think it explains something important about this waiting period. A caterpillar doesn't know it's becoming a butterfly while it's inside the cocoon. From the inside, it probably just feels like dissolving, like losing every familiar shape it once had. But that dissolving was never the end of the story. It was the middle of it. The reason why you crave abundance and you crave a specific type of future is because your future self already has it, and your future self is pulling you in that direction. And I want to give that image one more moment, loves, because it's a genuinely comforting way to understand desire itself. You're not wanting something impossible or foreign to your nature. You're simply remembering, in a strange, forward-facing way, something that already truly belongs to you. And I want to sit with that for a moment, loves, because it changes the whole shape of this waiting. You are not chasing something that doesn't exist yet. You are being pulled forward by a version of yourself that has already arrived, already lives it, and is simply waiting for the rest of your timeline to catch up to her. Okay, I'm telling you, I see the energy of a butterfly, but right now I feel like you're stuck in this sort of caterpillar in a cocoon kind of energy, and you feel like you're going to be a butterfly, and you are right. And so that energy is pulling you in that direction. And I know giving up can feel tempting sometimes, loves, especially on the days when nothing seems to be moving fast enough. But I want you to remember, the caterpillar doesn't know how close it is to becoming a butterfly while it's still inside the cocoon. You might be closer than you think, but just don't give up right now. I'm telling you, it's not worth giving up right now. Keep going. Just know that everything is going to align so beautifully, so fast. And I want that phrase to land fully, loves, because glow up isn't just about how you look. It's about how you carry yourself, how settled and certain you feel in your own skin. Once all of this finally clicks into place around you, you're going to glow up. Okay, and before the final message, I want to leave you with 3 small things to hold on to, loves. And before we get into these 3 things, loves, I want you to take one full breath right now, wherever you are, in through the nose, out slowly. Let your body actually catch up to what your mind just heard in this reading. The first, set a real timer for 1 hour, or simply stay a little more aware than usual for the next 60 minutes. The butterfly is coming whether you consciously watch for it or not, but noticing it fully on purpose seals it in exactly the way this reading described. And I want to explain why this second point matters so much, loves. Because most people rush past small signs constantly, checking their phone, moving to the next thing, without ever actually letting a moment fully land. Don't do that this time. Give this particular moment the weight it deserves. The second, when the butterfly does appear, don't rush past it. Pause for a breath. Let it actually register, because that pause is where the claiming really happens, not just in the comment section, but in your own body. And I want to add a small practical note here, loves, because good intentions fade fast without action behind them. Actually bookmark it. Actually save it. Don't just tell yourself you'll remember where to find it later. And the third, keep this reading somewhere you can actually find again. Not just today, but months from now, when the details of everything promised here have quietly become your normal life. And I want to answer one more thing before the final message, loves. Why this reached you now, with this much specific detail, this much urgency. And I also want you to understand, loves, that urgency here is not the same as pressure. You don't have to rush or force anything to happen in this next hour. You simply have to stay a little more awake to it than you normally would, and let the rest unfold entirely on its own. You needed to see the full shape of this transformation before it fully lands, so that when the sign appears, you recognize it fully, instead of letting it pass by unnoticed. And I know that voice can feel loud sometimes, loves, especially after everything you've been through. But a loud voice isn't the same as a true one. Fear has always been loud, it just isn't accurate. And I want to speak to the small doubting part of you for a moment, loves. The one that's hearing all of this and quietly thinking, but what if nothing actually happens in an hour? That voice is not wisdom. It's a pattern built from disappointment, trying to protect you from hoping too much. Just for this next hour, loves, set that voice down completely. And I want you to hold this final section slowly, loves, because it's easy to let a reading like this wash over you quickly without absorbing what it actually promised. Slow down here with me for just a moment. This is already in motion, loves. The Six of Cups showed the luck and opportunity already gathering. The Ace of Wands showed the compliments, the creativity, and the appreciation already forming. The King of Pentacles showed the wealth and the partner already aligned to your level. The Rabbits showed the fertility and transformation already beginning. The Knight of Cups showed the abundance and fulfillment already gathering. And the Ace of Swords showed the victory already arriving. Stay open, loves. Watch for the butterfly. So let me lay this all out one final time, loves. Slowly, so it settles into your bones. In 1 hour, you will see a butterfly. Any color, any form. Real or printed or simply mentioned. And it will seal in everything this reading has told you. And I want to walk through this final summary slowly, loves, card by card, so nothing gets lost in the excitement of everything else this reading has already said. The Six of Cups confirmed the luck, the confidence, the opportunities already arriving in work, finances, friendship, and romance. The Ace of Wands confirmed the compliments, the creativity, the feeling of finally being seen. The King of Pentacles confirmed the wealth, the stability, and a partner who meets you exactly at your level. And I want to pause here, loves, because that word fertility has meant something a little different for each of you tonight, and that's exactly as it should be. Whatever you're growing right now, it has real, solid ground beneath it. The Rabbits confirmed the fertility of this season, whether that's family, business, or complete transformation. The Knight of Cups confirmed the abundance and satisfaction already gathering. And the Ace of Swords, along with the 11s, confirmed the victory and the alignment of your destiny toward everything you've always wanted. And before that final message, loves, I want to remind you of something simple. You don't have to fully believe every single detail of this reading right now to still benefit from it. You just have to stay open enough to notice, gently, whether the small signs described tonight start showing up in your actual life over the coming hour. and the coming days after that. One message: watch for the butterfly, claim it fully when it arrives. And I want to leave you with one final thought, loves, before we close completely. A year from now, or maybe far sooner than that, you're going to look back on this exact hour, the one where you weren't fully sure yet whether any of this was real, and you're going to smile at how much you wondered. The way we always smile at old doubts once life has finally plainly answered them. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say nothing will ever be the same, it will only be better, because every word of that is true. Save this. Come back in 1 hour and tell me what you saw. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.